Hi, welcome to Roy's Book Reviews. Today I am going to discuss the novel Brooklyn by Colm Tóibín. First thing I want to say is I have no idea if I'm saying this author's name correctly. I tried to find a video of him being interviewed where the person would pronounce his name and would tell me what to say, but I was unable to find one, and I wanted to dive into this video, so I decided to me, he's Colm Tóibín, and hopefully that's correct. I'm also not sure if I am pronouncing the name of the main character, Eilis, correctly, E-I-L-I-S, but Eilis is, I'm going to say it. So I apologize to all the Colms and the Tóibíns and the Eilises in the world if I am mispronouncing your name, but it's what happens when you read diversely, and diversely means a little bit of everything. It doesn't mean only black, or only people of color, or only from another country, or only from whatever. It means a little bit of everything. That includes novels by Irish authors such as Colm Tóibín, or whatever it is his name may be. Anyway, to say this book starts off slowly is a major understatement. It lulls you. For 50% or more than 50% of the page count, the narrative is quite uneventful. A stomach-churning journey at sea is about as dramatic as it gets. That particular journey takes a protagonist, a young Irish woman named Eilis, as I said, from the small town she's grown up in and is all she knows, to Brooklyn, New York, in the early 1950s. Once he arrives in the strange land that is New York City, America, you expect the narrative to pick up steam. Or I did anyway. But it does not. Instead, it moves quietly forward via a writing style that is not at all showy, but simple and straightforward and lovely and easy to be carried along by. Just as we're beginning to seriously wonder if anything dramatic is ever going to happen, something does. Something that returns Eilis to Ireland for 1 month. To keep this review of Brooklyn spoiler-free, I won't say what the event is. Not that specificity matters all that much here. What matters, in my opinion, is that once Eilis is back in her hometown, she comes to realize that life contains a handful of vital choices. Some that are made for you, and some you make for yourself. Some that are well thought out over a long period of time, and others that are made in an impetuous flash. Some which can be easily undone, some that are torturous to undo, and some that are irrevocable. Each of us is in charge of our own destiny. Each of us is equally subject to the whims of fate, helpless to do anything about it. Eventually, we will look back at our life and see that this is where that phase of it ended, and this is where that one began. And we will reflect on the fact that our lives easily could have gone far differently, if only. Dwelling on what did not come to be will get us nothing, except for a solitary trip down memory lane. Whether we decide that we made the right or the wrong choices, choices must be made. If they are not, that's a choice in and of itself. And it's also, in my opinion, a life unlived. These lessons are masterfully laid out before readers patient enough to see the story through to the end. And I will add that while it does not, because it cannot, capture all of the complexities of a beautifully written novel, the movie adaptation of Brooklyn was very well done. But I do recommend getting yourself a copy of the book first and just taking it in all of its splendor. It's a lovely story. It's not full of twists and turns and car crashes and that kind of stuff. It's just about a young woman who gets to a point of her life where she has to go down one path or go down another, and the one path is very familiar to her. It's what she expected would be her lot in life. It's what would be easiest. It's what friends and family and those that she grew up with would want for her. It would have comforts. It would be pleasant. And choosing the other path, the path that is in Brooklyn, the path is one that will have more hardship, more struggle, more unknowns to deal with, less support from those she grew up with. So maybe it's an easy choice, or maybe it's not so easy. It all depends on what she chooses to prioritize. That's about all I have to say about Colm Tóibín's wonderful novel, Brooklyn. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. I'm definitely saying Brooklyn correctly. I'm pretty sure about that. Until the next time, this is Roy of Roy's Book Reviews, wishing you happy reading. Hope you're having a great 2021 so far. The best is yet to come. Pretty soon we'll be all vaccinated and be able to see each other face to face at our book clubs or in the library or in the bookstore or whatever bookish places we run into each other and share our thoughts on wonderful stories, wonderfully placed words of brilliant authors who are put here to entertain us. Until next time, signing out.